Hello, third grade. Today we're going to continue practicing multiplication and division facts. Let's go ahead and begin.
You can use facts you already know to solve problems. Sabrina has 28 quarters in her bank. She wants to trade all of them for $1 bills. How many $1 bills will she get? Let's find out. You can use repeated addition to find how many quarters make $1. 25 cents plus 25 cents plus 25 cents plus 25 cents equals 100 cents or $1. There are 4 quarters in $1. There are different ways to find how many $1 bills Sabrina will get. One way is to find how many equal groups of 4 are in 28. Since each group has 4, you can use a known division fact. 28 is the dividend. 4 is the divisor. 28 divided by 4 equals 7. To check your work, you can subtract 4 from 28 7 times. There are 7 equal groups of 4 in 28, so 7 is the correct quotient. Another way to solve the problem is to find what number times 4 equals 28. Make an array with 28 quarters. There are 4 quarters in each row. How many rows are there?
Let's go ahead and
Select your
count
answer.
on the side. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There are 7 rows with 4 in each.
There are 7 rows. 7 times 4 equals 28. Sabrina can trade 28 quarters for 7 $1 bills. The array also shows that 28 can be divided into 7 groups of 4.
So remember, we can use multiplication to help us with division and division to help us with multiplication using the fact families. So if we know that we have 28 total in 4 groups, what times 4 equals 28? We're going to continue practicing that in our activity today. On page 5, I want you to look at number 1. Look back at the problem on page 206. Suppose Sabrina put 8 more quarters in her bank. How many $1 bills can she trade for the quarters in her bank now? So she started off. Go to the last page and show you. She started off with 28 and we're adding 8 more to that. So 28, write this down on yours, plus 8 equals 16. 8 plus 8 is 16. 1 plus 2 is 3. So now we have 36 divided by 4. Trying to figure out how many dollars. Remember, we can reorganize that into a multiplication problem by putting the total as the product and the divisor as a factor. What times 4 equals 36? 8 times 4 equals 36. Oh, I'm sorry, I did the wrong one. 9 times 4 equals 36. That leads me to the next part. If you want to check your work, you can use equal groups or repeated addition to help you. We'll have 4 groups with 9 in each. 9 plus 9 is 18. 18 plus 9 is 27. 27 plus 9 is 36. Make sure you have that written out on yours. You can go back and write it if you need to. Number 2, Calvin solves the equation 49 times 7 equals blank. How does this help him complete the equation 7 times blank equals 47? So we're looking for the missing number, and we can ask ourselves 7 times what equals 49? 7 times 7 equals 49. Now we're going to go through 3 through 7, and then you will be completing the odds below. Number 3, 5 divided by 5, you can change, so then the dividend becomes the product, the totals, and the divisor and factor. 5 times what equals 45? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. If I count by fives and hold up my fingers, I get 9. So that means that 45 divided by 5 is 9. 3 times what equals 21? 21 divided by 3 equals what? 7. Now in the next couple of weeks, you are going to have to memorize all of these facts. 6 times what equals 30? 30 divided by 6 equals what? Well, I know 6 times 5 equals 30. So that means 30 divided by 6 equals 5. 24 divided by 6 equals 4. 6 times 4 equals 24. 6 times 2 equals 12. That means 12 divided by 6 equals 2. For your independent practice, you're doing the odds. And the ones below, I want you to write out the multiplication problem that goes along with it or the division problem that goes along with it. For example, if I have 15 divided by 3, my multiplication problem would be blank times 3 equals 15. What times 3 equals 15? After you have answered those, you are complete with this section for math.